Running Rebels building is an awesome place to be. This is an awesome place to be. Can you go in here? That's all. Go upstairs.
Well, Running Rebels is a community organization where a lot of youth go to have stuff to do. Programs such as a leadership program, music program, the Young Entrepreneurs program. There's a lot of programs that they provide for the young kids to do so that they'll have something to do and they're not just in the neighborhood with idle time. Do a lot of field trips. As you can see, it's guided directly for the youth so that they can get some of the youth out the street and give them a positive something to do. And we're located in the Lindsay Heights area, 13th Divine.
What can you tell us, what can anybody over here tell us about the people in the Running Rebels? What kind of people are here in Running Rebels?
People at the Running Rebels are selfless. You know, they always have something to offer. They love to give back, and they're nice.
What, how old are they? Like, how old is your average rebel? What's the age group?
Our average rebel is 10 to 18, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, 10 to 18.
What color? Black? All black?
White,
Some black.
Puerto Rican,
Majority
Mexican.
Majority African American?
Majority African American. We got some.
But there's diversity.
Okay. Do you know what religion?
There isn't a certain religion.
There isn't a certain religion?
No.
So all religions are coming here too?
Yes.
Everybody's welcome.
Okay.
We don't discriminate.
Whether it be the
against
rich
religions.
millionaire or a bum on the street, everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome. Do you know if most of the people here are millionaires?
You never know. The millions that come through is people who donate some money around here.
And one more question. How many people actually here are standing here? How many actually live within a mile of this building?
None of us.
None of you?
None of us.
Okay.
None of us.
Wait, how many? How many?
None.
Zero.
I'm saying from broke.
None.
So we're gonna see if we can find some people that actually live in the neighborhood.
From the uptown.
See if they'll talk to us.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Here we go.
Let's see what we can find.
Journey to learning.
Yeah. Let's get to our lose. We can't skip it.
Still filming? Get that loud card.
Picking up garbage. The right way to do it, brother. So, Day, tell us what you think about the Running Rebels and what they're doing with this music program.
Well, I've been in the music program going on 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around.
What happened, man? What was that?
You got it?
Look at that little girl on that horse thing.
If they look under the influence,
I got it.
Do you think our the neighborhood is safe? You feel comfortable in this neighborhood? Yeah. Yeah, you don't hear any crime in the neighborhood going on? No?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who knows what they said? That's saying it's safe.
Okay, can you ask you? Yeah.
Hey y'all, can y'all tell us what they said around the corner?
So it's hard to.
Around the corner, they said that it was very safe and they didn't had no problems in 13 years. But the people on the other side of the apartment buildings have a different opinion. They said that it's not safe and that the people around the corner who said it was
Is the ones that's making it unsafe because they're out here selling drugs or doing some other things.
So basically what y'all saying is one side says it's safe, but that's the side that's doing most of the drugs.
No, the other side that say it isn't safe is the one that's doing most of the drugs.
All right, they didn't say the word drugs.
But
the ones that's doing the bad stuff.
Okay.
That's bad around this
All
neighborhood.
right.
All right.
I didn't even know what to do. I was like,
All right. So who wants to interview?
I was like, who would tell me about that?
Makisha, did you want to interview?
Who wants Shayla?
All right, we're going to do him first and then we're gonna-
I'm sorry. You go ahead.
everybody else acting like they can't talk like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Go
Do
ahead.
you think this neighborhood is safe?
I think, yes.
I have been here 1 month, I tell you the truth. I hear something different, but 1 month so far I hear it's safe. I think it's safe.
Do you think it's crime in this neighborhood?
So far I didn't hear nothing here.
So do you live in this neighborhood?
No. But I work here 12 hours a day.
You work here 12 hours a day, but you don't live in this neighborhood.
No.
So would you stay in this neighborhood?
I am here to stay.
No, I'm saying would you live in this neighborhood 24/7?
I don't know
Right away, you know what I'm saying?
how to put it together, you know.
I feel like as far as people
I would love if I have a choice, you know.
There's a lot of people that's out here doing what they do, but this ain't
Thank you.
Okay.
Why not?
It is a lot of
Awesome.
Why not?
Thank you very much.
Nice people here, you know.
Thank you for your
A
time.
lot of families here.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right.
So who's asking the questions? You interviewing or?
I will.
You will?
Let's go,
Okay.
Pat. What it do?
You gotta get closer because of the sound. Like the cars and everything make it hard to
Like
hear.
what you feel the community need, like the neighborhood, what you feel they need right now? What's holding them back from being on top like the other neighborhoods that got benefits that you think this neighborhood may not have?
Need more. You don't need more officers. You need neighborhood watch. There's too many little kids. When the street lights go off, they don't need to be running around crossing streets, and it's prostitute city over here, you know? You don't need that. You need neighborhood watch. Need running rebels over here, whatever y'all call it.
You think it's safe for the most part, or it ain't safe, or in the middle, or what?
It's safe for the most part, but it can get worse. It can always be worse. It can always, yeah.
Thank you. That was it. I'm glad
Thank you very much.
Time, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. You think we can get back?
So do you think the neighborhood is safe?
Yeah, it's pretty safe. There's no crime. Nice people around here, homeowners.
You answered the question I wanted to ask.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So y'all, what the kids say, down the road, what they say?
The kids said, although they do think the neighborhood is safe, that they did see a few people getting beat up. So.
Oh, wow. So, I guess we got some information. All right.
I think the neighborhood is, I'm asking the same thing. Neighborhood is safe?
It's safe. It's getting there.
It's getting there?
Yes.
Do you think there's crime?
There's crime. There's crime everywhere.
What kind of crime do you think is around here that you don't like?
Just the loud music.
Mm-hmm.
The loud music. I don't like it.
Okay. Thank you. And, but you said you're involved with the group.
Yeah.
What group was that again?
That's the CPC.
CPC?
Yeah, that's the monthly meeting for the community, our community.
Okay.
The community planning council.
Community Planning Council. And what kind of stuff do they do?
That's where we the neighborhood is it's a way of people bringing their issues and getting them solved.
Ah. And do they deal with crime issues?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
You are.
Okay. Have a beautiful day.
That's what I say. He needs psychologist. Psychiatric.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
We was just doing a little thing about the Running Rebels, and I was just wondering, do you feel safe in this community?
Kinda.
So like, are you used to seeing any gang activity or any bad crime in the neighborhood?
Gambling, fighting, and fight for money.
So do you feel comfortable with them, or would you like to see something change?
See some change.
So I see you say you like to go to this place called the Running Rebels. Do you feel a lot comfortable down there?
Yep.
So that's pretty good. We thank you for your time and have a good day.
And they were gambling, and you saw somebody.
That fight,
A lot of fights.
18-year-old.
Okay. You ever heard any gunshots?
Sometimes.
Okay. You ever heard any other scary stuff you don't like?
People be breaking into people's houses.
People breaking into people's houses? Okay. Wow. What's the scariest thing to you in the neighborhood?
Shooting.
The shootings?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you heard a shooting?
I do not know. But like, it was last month.
Last month? Okay. Thanks, man. This is the Leadership Council. Can you say your names again?
My name is Makisha Young.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Shayla Waller.
I am Terrence Caldwell.
Tony Greco-Stroller.
And as some of the other members of the Leadership Council that went on this crime scene or community scene investigation with us had to leave for work. So can you tell us what you thought so far of what you found on your investigation of the community?
Well, majority of the community said that the neighborhood was safe. And they see a few bad things, but every community has a few bad things. But there was one house that did say that the neighborhood was not safe. And she said it wasn't safe because, they said it wasn't safe because the other people, houses behind their house were the criminals, were the ones that were doing the crime. So, yeah.
I feel that they were scared
Hmm.
to, scared to tell on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't be labeled as a snitch
Mm-hmm.
of the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll make them a sellout and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kept it brief and kept it short and said, yes, this is a good neighborhood, but really don't want to speak up for what's going on in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Right, that's why when I think you asked them to be on camera, they didn't want to be because they didn't know where the video was going to end up, and if they was going to be out there in front of the public where people know them and can retaliate on them about what they said. So, so I think have them get on the camera.
Yeah.
I also noticed in the beginning when we first went out, most of the people did not want to be on camera. So when we first went out, a lot of people did not want to talk with or without the camera. What do you think that was about?
Fear?
Fear?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because there was a lot of us, so they didn't know what to expect.
It did look like we were kind of ganging up on people, so we decided to go two or three at a time, going up to people, because all of us going together was kind of it was a little bit suspect.
I saw a coward, being a coward to me, because if you really want your neighborhood to be good, but a lot of the people were not wanting to be on camera, but they were saying the one. I stuttered a lot.
See, but at first we were just going up to people without the camera. We were just going up and asking them. They had no idea what we were doing.
Right.
We were just crowding up on people, scaring them. So, if we came out right away, can we videotape you doing this? Then that might have made that a little
we were the police or the
jumping
detectives or anything, and they could have thought the worst, because that's what people do. They think the worst about something.
But if you think about it, when we first before we even asked about the camera, we had asked about the neighborhood, and that woman's reaction was very serious. It was like, whoa, who told you that it was safe? So the thing is that I saw it as being a coward. If you really want this neighborhood to be good, and you see that it's a problem in the neighborhood, but you're too scared because of the stereotypical phrases about being a snitch, and you can't even say it to save your neighborhood, I think that's just stepping down. So, because obviously they knew something was wrong, they were willing to tell us, but they weren't willing to tell the world. Tell people that to change it.
Or some people probably just didn't know. They probably stayed in their house, and they don't know what's going on around their neighborhood.
So why do you think people would just stay in their house then and not want to come out, or not come out?
Probably still fear, or just don't want to. They know that it's out there. They probably don't want to engage in it.
Words.
But I don't know, because we asked the little kids what was going on with their neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
And little kids have innocent minds. They're not
Mm-hmm.
going to lie about their neighborhood. And they said it was fine. Except for, somebody getting beat up. But it happens. Like, sad to say, it happens.
So, except for somebody being beat up, you don't think that's a crime?
It's a crime,
Okay.
but it's not. When we asked about shooting, they didn't say they heard any shooting. They didn't see any real crime.
But crime is crime, though.
Yeah.
So being beat
Yeah,
up.
but okay, yeah, you're right.
But she said she has a good point. It wasn't a serious crime to the point that the neighborhood really needed to
Be afraid.
be afraid. It was more of maybe some kids, some knuckleheads arguing, and probably got in a fist fight.
Do you think those children? Do you think that they were okay with people just getting beat up?
The reaction on their
They
face when
seemed like
said
they
it.
were okay.
Right.
Oh, not okay with it. It seemed like they, it seemed like it was an everyday, not an everyday thing, but it was, normal.
Like there wasn't anything wrong with it.
That's the
Oh,
problem, though,
okay.
because I think they see it or it's around that environment so much that it becomes taught as if like that's the normal thing, that happens. Like, well, that's an everyday thing, but people gotta understand that that's taught, and that's how people like grow up to think that's all right because they're around that environment. So maybe it didn't happen in the past couple days or weeks that they remember because